In Franklin County, there's a special retreat with a lot of family history that you can visit without being family, just like Kara Vaninger did.
The hills and valleys surrounding Missouri's wine country are filled with history, but one particular piece of land has a very unique story. Situated between Washington and Herman, Cedar Creek sits on 200 acres of what was originally an enormous land grant in the Spanish-owned Upper Louisiana Territory. After Napoleon negotiated a secret treaty with Spain for the territory in 1801, he sold it to the United States, and the land became part of Missouri. It spent the next century being divided up between heirs or sold off into smaller tracts, one of which became Cedar Creek. In 1931, St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Burley Grimes bought the property and used it as his off-season getaway, selling it 8 years later when he and his wife divorced. After changing hands several times, Cedar Creek was eventually purchased by St. Louisans Charles and Patricia Vaderott, as theirs was a family that needed a little extra room.
My father bought this property in 1953. That was number 9, the family of 17, so a bunch of kids. And his theory was, you know, when you have all those kids, you got to corral them, so to speak.
John and his wife Joan know a little something about corralling kids. They have 6 of their own, as well as what a positive impact the open spaces can make on children as they grow.
I had great memories of this place, and so it was a place where he would bring the family out. He wanted to keep the family together, enjoy the family, celebrate the family, bring friends out here. He would bring a lot of different groups from the city, inner city kids out here. I remember one time very vividly that he brought some nuns out here to go swimming in a pool, and my mother papered all the windows so you couldn't look outside in the pool to watch the nuns swimming.
At 9 years old, John watched his father, a builder and avid fan of the Old West, transform several of the property's crumbling buildings into an old-fashioned Main Street, using photos of Hollywood movie sets to inspire the facades, creating what was certainly the most awesome kids' playground for miles.
He was just fun, and your mother was such a great sport for everything that he did. I was 15 when I first came here, and you were at boarding school, and your parents had a party for all of your friends coming through St. Louis. And I remember the story about your father saying that the air was better out here, and he wanted to get people out of the city.
Over the next decade, Cedar Creek became a place of happy memories, not only for the Vaderotts and their 17 children, but also for all of the groups they showered with their hospitality. As the Vaderott children grew into adults and had less and less time to spend at the property, the family donated it to the Society of Mary, who in turn used Cedar Creek as a conference and retreat center for several years.
It came back in the market in 1978, and so I heard about it, and I put an offer in, they accepted.
But first of all, we talked to a lot of people in your family to see, because it was a big thing to do.
The prevailing consensus was that if the Vaderotts were to buy back the property, it should be a business venture. The conference lodge could be used for corporate retreats, and the charming historic buildings, some dating all the way back to the early 1800s, could be updated and rented to those looking for a romantic weekend or a family getaway. John and Joan decided to bring Cedar Creek back into the family, and eventually their youngest, Patrick, began helping out, graduating from maintenance and odd jobs to management, as he developed a passion for the property and a trust with its staff.
He's the first one of our 6 children who expressed an interest in operating this as a business. And so he has a vision for where he wants to take the place. His plan is to have a functioning place open to the public that can support itself.
I've always been optimistic about this property. A part of my heart had this property in it, you know, because I ran around here as a child. And, you know, I'm learning on the job. And I know to treat people like I want to be treated, and, you know, hopefully things will fall into place. It's just such a beautiful property, and plus, you know, there's beautiful people out here. And, you know, New Haven is just a gem, so to be a part of that is just something really special. You know, we're in the process of updating the facilities, and we try to add where it seems like it's always been there.
One of the highlights for many who visit Cedar Creek is the development of the western town. Several years ago, it welcomed Second Shift Brewing onto the property, putting the saloon to good use as a tasting room. Next door, the town hall became a restaurant, featuring live music on the weekends. The newest addition is the Big Barn, a multi-purpose event space built just in time to celebrate Patrick's own wedding. As the years have passed, the function of Cedar Creek seems to have remained the same, a simple, beautiful place for people to gather and enjoy each other's company. Above everything else, this is what the Vaderats wish for their guests, whether they come for the day or stay for a week.
I hope when they're here, they're treated very well and they go home refreshed. And they remember, the beauty that they experienced.
I think we have a unique experience here at Cedar Creek. It's tranquil, and you can be one with nature.
I know this is a place of joy. I think it's a place where people can meet and feel comfortable in their own skin and really concentrate on what's important, which, family, friends, the beautiful nature that, that we have around us. So supplement that with good beer and good food and, the local spirits and wine, I really can't miss on that, so.
As we knew this property, it was your parents'.
Right.
And then we've been here 30 more years, 30-something, and we've made it ours. We put our imprint on it, knowing that we're the custodians and we're moving through. Patrick has done the new barn, and it is moving on from us, and it's fun to see.
Yeah, he's got the vision and
the energy.
Energy.
It takes a lot of energy.
And we finance it for him. It works.
In the distant future, I would really hope that, my grandkids or my nieces and nephews can enjoy the property like I did. Just kind of keep it in the family and really keep it family driven.